KZMB All Zombie Radio.
Hi. I am 41 minutes late, to be exact, and I'll tell you why. I forgot. I- what? I promise. I'm a better person than this. Normally, I'm very organized. I am not okay, you guys. Hi, I'm here. I'm here. Hey, Dave. I am not okay. I'm just not okay. I'm so sorry. I apologize to anyone who was here on time. I'm so sorry. I don't know. I went back to work. I went back to work today. Um, I'm sorry. I went back to work yesterday and today. I only worked half days. I'm just discombobulated. Hi Durga. Hi India. I love the episode, but I'm afraid the show is going to be canceled. I girl, I know. I've been saying it. I've been saying it. Okay. All right. I'm just making sure that the YouTube was up. India wants the show to be renewed. I get it. I get it. I do too. Okay, so real talk, right? The hiatuses aren't helping. The ratings, haven't been super great. They're not the worst. I'm not saying that they're horrible. But they haven't been super great. Um, I so here's the deal. I set up this recording studio and I did not send it to Takira because I was at work when I did it. I was like on my break. So I like really quickly threw it together yesterday. And so I didn't send it to her. I was like, I'll text it to her later. Well, then I forgot. I proceeded to forget about this entire thing. I don't know why. I got up early this morning to watch Found. Did I watch the episode? No. I'm here anyway, and I'm so committed to you that I am going to spoil it for myself to deliver the goods. So we're gonna make this work, and it might just be that I'm gonna be reading a transcript, and you're gonna have to correct me on some things. But you know what? Audience participation. We're just gonna roll with it. Yeah, anyway, I want to apologize to anybody who did show up on time. I'm so sorry. I like I said, going through miscarriage. The hormones are still definitely here in my brain and not really. I'm having a rough time. Going back to work, not being at work, it's kind of thrown me off. So I'm sorry. Yeah, I know. We haven't heard anything about season 3. It's concerning. As far as I know. If we got renewal, I'm unaware of it. Okay. So, are we going to do a watch along? Well, you know what, Durga? Why the heck not? We will do a watch along. Yes. Okay, we will do a watch along. Okay, we're gonna do a watch along. You know what? Let me. I'm just gonna text Akira just in case. Just in case. Hold on. So sorry. Let me text her and just see. Oh, we'll do a watch along. We're gonna do it. We are gonna do it. Okay. Kira. Hey, forgot to send you the link. You busy? Okay. I don't know. Okay. I'm so sorry. People are like texting me too about things that are happening tonight and tomorrow. Okay. All right. Text it to Kira. Okay. We will do a watch along. Yes, excellent idea. Love that. Thank you. Okay, we will do a watch along. All right. Hold on. Let's see. India, however, they did the same with season 1. Renewal didn't come until episode 12 or 13. That's correct. That is true. Um Dave says, as an incentive, I will join you and make annoying comments having no information on this series. I love that, Dave. You should. India, I was just rewatching the episode again a little while ago. Okay, we'll watch it together. I'm not going to spoil anything. I will deliver you some deets though. So hold on. All right. We do not have ratings yet for this. I don't remember if I delivered you ratings for last week's episode, but I'm going to give you the numbers now. Go make popcorn. I'll give you a second. It'll take me a second to get all logged in anyway. Um, it is 1.94 for the missing while manipulated episode, season 2, episode 17, which is a pretty big drop because it was 2.4 the episode before. So I don't know. It's not very promising. But again, like we have expressed in these conversations, like chat, you and I have discussed this, like Durga, India. We've talked about this in great detail. Takeerah's talked about this with us. They are not doing what really they should be doing with this series, or what they could be doing with this series to really go like deeper and darker into this. Everything's like kind of really fluffy. Not a lot of weight to it. India says all I gotta say is Lena was pissing me off a little bit. We'll see. Episode 19 is on Monday. Yes. Which I have to figure out what to do for that. I have to figure out what to do with that. We could try watch along for that one too, but we'll have to see. Um Dave said that's pretty good ratings numbers still for this new age of TV. It's okay. It's okay. Like I've pulled up the like top 100 ratings for TV shows, and it's in like the top 30 or something. So it's not doing horribly, but it's kind of it's like on its way down. Um India says I think the last time it has been that low is maybe episode 7 or 8 of this season. I can check really quick actually. 1.94. Episode 6, yeah, it was episode 6 of this season. It was missing while Gabi Mosely was a 1.93. And those are the lowest ratings of the show, period. Like 1.93 is the lowest. So not great that it's dipping back down. All right. Okay, let me go ahead and get your popcorn ready, everyone. Let me get this pulled up. And hopefully I don't get a copyright strike. Not that I have that many people watching. It should be fine, I would think. Ooh, yeah. What is my login is the question. I don't know if you guys know this about me. I don't like to spend money unnecessarily if I can avoid it. So, hold on. Sorry, trying to remember passwords. Oh, got it. Okay. I don't like to spend money unnecessarily, and so I cancel all of my streaming services at the end of every year and re-up them with a brand new email address to get like the lowest price. So I pay like, $2.99 a month for each one or whatever. Episode 19 is a special Passover episode. I'm dead, dude. If that's true, I'm dead. Uh it gives no indication in the title that that's the case. Okay. Here we go. All right, all right, all right. Okay, where's it at? Oh, it's not it's not even on the top 10 TV shows on their page for today, which is not great. Not great. All right. Let's go ahead. Okay. India says, I think that Lena should be taking it out on you, not Gabby, but since you He's been obsessed and in love with Gabby for 2 decades. I can see why baby girl Evans is mad AF, but girl, come on now. All right, well, we'll see how I feel about it. We will see how I feel about it. All right, let me get some screen share up, and we are gonna do this. You guys will have to tell me if you can hear share tab audio. Okay. Should be able to hear it then. All right.
The cantina
Unfortunately,
chicken menu. But now it's
sorry about
caliente.
that. I will
Introducing the
actually
bold
pay
and caliente
for the
cantina
non-ad
chicken menu
version.
from Taco Bell. Here for a limited time.
Okay.
New
All right.
episodes of
I'm gonna have my
NBC's
chat
Finding
pulled
Them.
up
I'm coming for you.
Friday
on my
weekend.
phone so I can still see you guys while we're doing this. So feel free to.
And
You know what? Anything for you, dude. Anything for you. Here we go.
that
All right.
she probably stole someone's identity as a cover to seduce
It's not
me,
great.
steal
They're
my
gonna be
gun,
small,
commit
and
murder
for that
while also
I'm
defending
sorry.
Hugh Evans, her brother, on
But
trial.
hopefully it's okay.
And the proof for this insanity is Margaret Vision.
You're defensive. I get it. But think, Trent. How did Sir get into your house? How did he get your gun?
Look, I'm not being defensive, Gabby. I am trying to operate off actual facts.
Okay.
Yeah, the fact is you slept with this
Was
girl and then
Heather
your gun
there
went
when you put
missing.
your gun away?
Oh.
Was the gun safe keypad within her
Oh.
highlight?
Actually, let me just hold on. I'm gonna pause for just 1 second. I'm sorry to interrupt the episode, but I just have to say, Dave is the real MVP tonight. Because my happy ass would have just been sitting on the sofa watching old episodes of Doctor Who with my husband, ignoring y'all, waiting for me. If he had not messaged me. So he is the real MVP tonight. Just so you know. India. Trent be so dumb sometimes. And then be looking like an idiot almost every time. For real. For real. All right, I'm gonna start the episode back up. Durga, I hope you're here. I know you were going to make popcorn, but oh my gosh.
If my healthcare provider
I'm sorry
had
about the
Agent
ads,
Force,
y'all.
the powerful
For
AI
real.
from Salesforce, an AI agent would have automatically paired me with the right
Wow.
specialist.
Okay.
Hours
All right.
ago.
Well, we'll just listen to
Mike
Matthew
Woody's dead.
McConaughey talk.
I like it here.
Okay.
Wow,
Durga
good
says I
for
love
you.
this scene.
Hey,
That scene was great. I have to talk over it because otherwise I'm gonna get a copyright strike. Y'all know how that goes.
Agent Force.
I'm telling you, Leather has. I can't deal with Leather being her name. Has been in a one-sided competition with Gabby
To
for
us, moments
years.
matter.
India says, well,
Big
he was the
moments.
big reason of that because
Small
he raised her that way, and then he
Quiet
abandoned her,
moments.
and Christian
Loud
Girly has been hurt ever
The
since.
moments that
It's
laugh
so
so hard,
weird.
it's hard to make
I
a sound.
I know.
The
It's just a
moments
weird
we
dynamic.
say,
It makes
"I
me.
do." It's
bleh.
all you.
It makes me want
Or
to puke.
simply say,
It's
"I
disgusting.
love you."
Oh, thank goodness. Okay, I just wanted to turn that off. That was horrible. I didn't want to hear it anymore. I couldn't find it earlier. Okay, great. What is
Texas was feeling
happening?
so
Okay, okay, okay. Okay, I gotta go back. I gotta go back. I gotta read. I gotta read these comments. Okay. All right. Wow. Okay. India said the next scene following this is gonna be wild. All I'm gonna say, you were right, and I was not expecting Ethan to come with her. Yeah, me neither, girl. Durga said, "Why is Hugh so darn cute?" His little smile when he saw Gabby, pure glee. Gabby, why did you change your clothes to go see Hugh? Why did she change her clothes? You're right. Why did she do that? That is wild. India says, I swear Trent and Hugh better be related the way Hugh keeps bringing up this damn note. I would love that. Durga says, yeah, discussing this in front of psychopathic Zach Morris is wild. Yeah, like leave the room, dude. India says, Zeke pissed me off in this scene. Durga says, I would have made Zeke cry. Like, listen here, agoraphobia. Get some help. Don't take your lack of preparedness and your mental issue out on Lacey. For real, though. Why hasn't Ethan been helping Zeke? I gotta pause. Why hasn't he been helping Zeke, though? For real. All right. Dave left the chat. Durga says, I can't fight this feeling anymore. India says, Gabby, this is one of the dumbest things she has done. I'm like, girl, you could have left with Ethan. Durga says the prison doesn't have a better security system than this. Like, how the power gonna go out and everybody just leaves? Like, everyone's like, bye. Having your kidnapper slash stalker drag you into a jail cell during a prison riot has got to be top 10 trauma inducing event. And he says, I told you this was wild. And yes, but stuck with you again. If I was Gabi, I would be kicking and screaming. This episode is crazy. This is by far one of the most crazy episodes I've ever seen. All right, I'm gonna start it back up. We're gonna go back. Wait. I have to pause. She just called herself the light of his life. I can't.
Well, if I'm dead.
Durga said threatening this man with suicide is toxic AF. This is wild. I'm so glad I'm watching this with you. I am so glad I'm watching this with you. This is literally insane. This is so crazy. And that is the most toxic thing I've ever heard. I love that she's like, I'll just myself. If you won't do what I need you to do, I'll just myself. And then what are you gonna do? Nothing. Nothing. India says I couldn't tell if she was gaslighting him or is really thinking that way. Because either way, it was nuts. This is hilarious. This is the funniest thing I've seen in a while. All right, let me get serious. We're going back to Mark. Wait. Okay. Okay, hold up. No. Okay, Durga just said all the words. I gotta back it up so we can see all the words on the thing because that's hilarious. Okay. Yeah, let's get like a good shot. A good shot of the. Here we go. Okay. Yeah, busted bus train. I don't know. Offer? War. A bed? Detain. Pound. Nap. Posted. Traitor or trait, and then it becomes traitor. Harm. Angry. Over. What? Smoker. Buy. Hides. Shunned. Struck. Beast. Clone. This is wild. I love this. I feel like Margaret should have something to defend herself. I know, right? Andy also said that she has a theory that she thinks Lena went to NYU the same time Gabi did, which that's actually a really interesting idea. I'm going to roll this back up, though. We're going to start it again.
An MSC cruise is.
Let's mute this. All right. Wow. Durga says, ew, what if they've both been stalking? I'm telling you, Gabi is being gang stalked. And add Jamie to the list. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. I cannot. You know what? This ended up exactly how it was supposed to. You know what I mean? Like, I was late. So, again, I apologize. I feel horrible that I did that. I was late. I didn't even have time to watch the episode. This episode would not be as fun if I was watching it by myself. I mean, it would be fun because this is a really fun episode. But this is more fun watching it this way with you guys because this is this is insane. There is so much happening. Like, I've been complaining about how little has happened in previous. So much is happening, and also there's no like weird shoved in extra case. This is what we need. What? Okay. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay. India says, Hugh got some hands. I stand corrected. He does. Durga says, this is what we need. A case here and there, but more psychological drama / thriller than procedural. 100%. This episode is... This is... So far, we're not even done with the episode. This is the best episode of the season. Hands down. And he says, Carrie is delusional. As delusional as Hugh, maybe just the same up there with Lena. I really wished Margaret would have fought Carrie because the audacity and the nerve of Carrie is just beyond cruel and crazy. It's to sit there and see what she was going through and not care is wild. And still think you're doing the right thing. Is reminding me of episode 8 of season 2. Baby girl has been through it. What was episode 8? What was episode 8? Missing while haunted. Yeah. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. Durga says we're about to go on a journey. Missing while Jamie's kidnapper. India says agreed. One of my top fave episodes, hands down. This is a really good one. All right, let's load it back up.
Back at the
Okay.
beginning.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll let it play. Hold on. I'll let it play. It's just muted. Okay. Wow. Okay. All right, let's get back to comments, shall we? Okay. Durga says yes, the best episode this season. The best episode is the one. Okay, so yeah. So we're in agreement. This is probably the best episode of this season. Best episode overall, Durga says, is the one where we saw how Hugh kidnapped Gabi, which was great. That was a great episode. It's probably the top one. That was a really good one. India says yes, season 2, episode 12, which is entitled Missing While Misidentified, is also one of my favorites. Durga says Hugh getting beat up. Gabi got a whole shank. Girl, help him. You need Hugh right now. India says Don is that guy. Gabi's ride or die. Durga says Gabi, this is not Shakespeare. The soliloquies are crazy. India says her talking like that made me so sad yet scared. Durga says we all need a Don. Hugh is going to escape after this. He's going after Leather. Yeah, he's gonna have to because otherwise she's gonna off Gabi. Not Durga says Zeke is her Zordon. I can't. And he says Gabi got her Charlie's Angels, Dodd, Trent, and Hugh. For the finale, I'm thinking either Lena is going to be injured or close to death, especially if baby girl Lena is going after Miss Gabi. Carrie is crazy. She is. You go, Jamie. And then Durga said, now that Gabby's gone, Hugh can focus on getting out of the prison. The exact problem, but true. And Indy says that the episodes were more like this for season 3. Your girl would be excited yet stressed. This would be so good. If this was how the show was every week, I don't know that my heart could take it, but it would be incredible. Absolutely incredible. Okay. All right. What? I thought I was playing this. I must have accidentally hit pause. Okay. So, we don't have a ton left of the episode. The episode will be over pretty shortly here, but wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay. 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 All right. Let's read some remaining some remaining comments here. Wow. Okay. All right. India says Danielle did say episode 19 and the episode before the finale are action packed. Margaret has been through it. She has. Lacey, dump him, please. Episode 19, everyone is going to be on Lena's tail. The real Heather. The real Heather. Okay. Durga says Margaret cried into prison riot attire. Gabi is dirty AF. Why hasn't she showered yet? So you could change to go see Hugh, but you can't wash the prison grime off of you. I see you, Gabi. Yeah, she needed to look good for Hugh. She don't need to look good for these people. R.I.P. Famey. For real. Rest in peace, Famey. You're Jamie now. It's real. We were wrong. We were so wrong. Durga says Zeke had a mentee bee and wants to act like it's a regular night. For real. Gabi, take a shower, sis. This really bothered me. This is crazy. This was a crazy episode. Okay. Well, I have to say I thoroughly enjoyed it. Top episode of the season, as far as I'm concerned. Okay, I did pull up some stuff for you, so I could give you some details. So before we decided to do a watch along, which was so fun, I had pulled up the synopsis because I just wanted to see what it said. When severe weather causes mayhem across DC, M&A is impacted by the effects of the storm. As their search for Heather escalates, Margaret confronts a familiar face in connection to Jamie's abduction. Zeke and Lacey's relationship is tested and fails. It doesn't say that, but it definitely did. All right. I don't need any of this anymore. Okay. All right. India says, do y'all think Gabby is running away with you in order to keep her family safe or no? I had thought that that might be what she would have done at the end of season 1 when we weren't sure if she was going to get arrested. Kind of felt like she was going to like run away with you to like avoid having to deal with like the police and all of that, but I didn't think that that was where it was going to go now. India says I saw a bit of sneak peek pictures for next week, and I'm shocked at a couple of the pictures. I'll just have to wait and see. I'll just have to wait and see. All right. So speaking of next week, it is occurring on Monday for whatever reason. Um, I really have to think on that. Oh, I really have to think on that. Okay. Let me check something. Because part of the problem is I'm also on a podcast and there is some stuff starting this week. So I might be busy on Tuesday. I'm trying to think of what the best day to do it would be. I think I'm recording on Tuesday for The Last of Us because we're going to be covering The Last of Us. I'm not 100%. I'm leaning towards Wednesday. I have like a teacher work day on Thursday, so I can kind of get away with like maybe staying up a little bit later. Um, oh, wow, India. I don't. Oh no. Oh, are they switching it to Monday permanently? These are like such bad signs. Hiatus, time switch. Oh, mid-season. India said it is coming on Monday because Law and Order Organized Crime, which I saw was Stabler, so I'm like not mad about it. That spinoff is coming out. It's coming onto the Thursday time slot, which makes sense. So this is permanently switching to Monday. Maybe. That is. No, it's just for this next week. Okay. I hope so. I really hope so. Okay. All right. Then I'm going to plan on maybe Wednesday. I'll have to take a look and figure that out. Actually, I never checked my phone to see if Takeerah texted me. She did not. She did not. She might be at work. Okay. Maybe Wednesday. If maybe Tuesday. Tuesday or Wednesday. That's what I'm going to go with. Tuesday or Wednesday. I will try to get the link up. You know, let me talk to the podcast and I will try to get the link up as soon as I talk to them. So let me figure that out. And then, yeah, then I will get you that information. India says after episode 19, it will be on a break for a few weeks. Ugh! And then come back around 5-1. That just peed me off. Bad. They'd be pissing me off with this. All right. Okay. So that makes sense. Like a little Easter break, I guess. 5-1. Okay. There's not a ton of episodes left at this point either for the season. Oh man. Okay. All right. So, speaking of episode 19 is entitled Missing While a Casualty. It is directed by Jess McCallan and written by Troy Kelly, which I did talk about this last week. Um, okay. Let's see. Yeah, because there's only 22 episodes in this season, so we've only got a handful of episodes left. Tuesday is your birthday. Well, I don't know that you want to be here with us. For your sake, I might schedule it on a different night then, so you can enjoy your birthday and then see us the next day. um, yeah, let me try to figure that out. And so my goal would be Tuesday because it would air on Monday and that would keep with the like consistency of like Thursday doing it on Friday. However, I could just do it on Friday, but it's a holiday weekend, so I don't really want to. So it would be easier for me to do it earlier in the week. I'm not opposed to Wednesday. Like I said, Wednesday would be okay. But I don't know. India says, wait, what if Lena kidnapped Gabby at the end of season 2 and Hugh and the M&A team would have to work together in order to save Gabby? That would be that actually seems more likely probably than anything else. But I don't know, it depends on how the rest of the story arc goes with Lena. If they wrap this up, soon, then I don't know. Okay. All right. Well, this has been fun. Thoroughly enjoyable spending time with you. So thank you for this. Thank you for being like, it's okay, Bridget, that you showed up late and that also you hadn't watched the episode. Durga says that's what I've been thinking since Lena showed up. Hugh will have to work with M&A after she takes Gabby. It's weird. Yeah, it's weird, but I feel like that's going to be what it has to be. And in the process, they become friends along the way. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to call it quits this evening. This was delightful. I enjoyed it very, very much. Love you guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for coming, even though I was late. I'm so appreciative of you. I cannot tell you, like, you have no idea what this feels like to have you here every week and know that you're like my ride or die for this. I am so appreciative of you. I'm so appreciative. I can't say it enough. There are no words for how thankful I am. I love you guys. I'm so appreciative. Um, and he says, just imagining Hugh and the team working together, it will be a work in progress for sure. It'll be rocky, like first half of season 2. It would be rough. But that's the kind of the dynamic they continue to create. So it would make sense if it kind of followed that formula. Durga says, yes, I've been saying Trent is going to facilitate a temporary release. They'll save Gabby, and then we'll have a setup for season 3. Fingers crossed. I hope that. I hope that. I know. I hadn't really thought of doing live watches because there's like sometimes you got to fight with YouTube about it. I'm not monetized, so it doesn't really matter either way because I don't have enough followers or enough watch hours. So I'm not monetized, so I don't think it matters a ton anyway. But I know that they can be a little bit picky about what is aired. And so I have to talk over it and stuff, which is fine. I talk a lot, but oh, you're so sweet. I'm so happy to do this weekly. It's fun for me and it's like a nice reprieve from the normalcy of my everyday life. And I started it with Takeerah and so it was like a fun thing to do with her and our lives have just gotten really crazy. That's just what happens, right? Like things happen. You've spouses and kids and vacations and work and everything. So it just kind of gets away from us sometimes, but I enjoy doing shows live. I struggled with doing shows live by myself when I first started because it's like you're just talking to a camera and it feels kind of weird. But I've gotten a lot more used to that because I had to. So it doesn't bother me as much now to just talk to you guys because I'm literally talking to you, Durga, India. Like I'm literally talking to you guys. That's why. Um, oh, India. I love the weekly recaps and can't wait for Monday. I can't watch it until Tuesday or Wednesday, but I'm happy we don't have to wait for another week for another episode. Me too. I will I'll try to get the episode up, like the link up, um like the prep for the live stream up as soon as possible so that you guys have a heads up for when it's going to be. Um watch it whenever. It's okay if you're busy. It's totally okay if you're busy and you're not here during the live chat, but the live chat is the best part, I have to say. I'll definitely be following you to the next show, whatever it is. Oh, Durga, that's so sweet. I love that. That's so sweet. Yeah, I think the thought of doing Buffy seems really fun to me. I was obsessed with Buffy. So now my favorite show of all time is The Walking Dead and has been for years. I started watching it from the very beginning, like Halloween night 2010. I started watching it. And I have to say, I've watched it 1,000 times since then. My husband is like constantly baffled at the fact that either in our house is like either The Office is on or The Walking Dead. And he's like tired of both. But I gain something new from it each week. I cover Walking Dead with Squawking Dead, the podcast that I'm on, so I wouldn't do that here. But I really do love zombie content. It's like first and foremost my favorite thing. But before The Walking Dead, when baby Bridget was in high school, I loved Buffy. I loved Buffy. It was There was nothing that compared to it. Oh my god, the angst. You've got to be kidding me. I was I was an emo kid in high school, and so Buffy spoke to me on like a very deep, depressed, honestly immature level. And I was obsessed with it. I was obsessed with it. So I would love to cover Buffy. I think it would be really fun. And with the rumors of like the new show reboot slash continuation coming out would be kind of cool. Plus, if you go back and look at some of my older content, um, I I cover well, I had to stop because it's really bad. I should go back to it because I never finished the series, but I started covering Clementine, the comic book. And so like covering comic books is something I enjoy doing. I like comic books. Clementine is an awful comic book. But I have a rather large comic book collection, and the bulk of my collection is single issue season 8 and 9 Buffy comics. Buffy was everything. It was my absolute everything. Um, so I have a ton of the comics too, so I'm not opposed even to like continuing into that realm. Um, I also loved Angel. I didn't love it as much as Buffy. Buffy was my favorite. I got really into Charmed after that. Um, and so these are the shows that I really loved. I'm not opposed to covering them. I don't know. It's been done. It's been done a million times. But I think it's fun to talk about it. And I think it's fun to talk about like that year and kind of like where you were in that year. I don't know. Something about that is like exciting. You guys, Interview with the Vampire. So I don't watch Interview with the Vampire, the new one. I wasn't sure how I was gonna feel about it, so I just didn't. Interview with the Vampire always really kind of weirded me out. I never got into Anne Rice. I never got into Anne Rice's books. Um, Actually, come to think of it, I didn't really read many vampire books. I like wasn't my jam. I read very cheesy, bad vampire books. I read the Undead and Unwed series, which is absolute fluffy garbage, and I love it. And if you haven't read it, you should definitely look into it, especially if you're okay with like Janet Ivanovich style books, like easy reads, really quick, like stupid, little bit of romance. That's your jam for real. Undead and Unwed is hilarious and dumb, and I actually really enjoyed it. I read those. Um, I read the House of Night series by PC Cast. I got really into that. And I was a full grown woman at this time. I was like in my 20s working at a restaurant. Um, Girl, Christian Kane. Be still my heart. What a babe. What an absolute babe. I watched Leverage because of Christian Kane. And I heard that there's a new Leverage show coming out. I just heard that today. I have to look. Let me look it up. Let's see. No, it just seems like it's Leverage Redemption still, which has already been out, but I guess they're getting a new season. New Leverage series is called Leverage Redemption, a revival of the original season 3, which premieres in 6 days. But that's why I got into Leverage, was because of Christian King, because I loved him so much. It's also the same reason I watched the movie Secondhand Lions. And Secondhand Lions is such an underrated movie. It's so good. It's so, so good. You wanted to name your child Lestat? I love that. Uh, India says, after Found ends, I want to do a rewatch Space on X from season 1 to season 2, but I don't know who would do it with me. Space on X. I don't know what that is, India. You weren't even born when Buffy came out? Oh my goodness, girl, you're a baby. Oh wow, Durga. I only watch Leverage for him, and I watch Love Song on MTV with Monica because of him. He's such a baby. He still looks good, and he's like not a young guy now, but he still looks good. Wow, reminiscing. I love I love this. So I am inclined to feel like Buffy might be where I go after Found, just for fun, just for funsies, just to see. Um, and I can commit to at least doing season 1 because it's short. It's like 10 episodes or whatever. So I can, or 12. So I can definitely do that. I don't know beyond that. Maybe something else will come out. Space is like a live stream, but only audio on Twitter. Oh, okay. I see. I see what you're saying. So you want to do a rewatch and go over season 1 and 2. I think you should. I think you should. And if you can find somebody to do it with you, great. If you can't, I highly recommend just like picking like a movie or something to do first, just to like cut your teeth and kind of practice. And just, girl, just you're gonna have to get used to it. You're just gonna have to get used to it. Just talk. Talk as though you're talking to somebody who is not responding out loud. And it's fine. I promise you. The more you do it, the less awkward it gets. So, you were born a year after Buffy. Wow, I feel so old. India, you're killing me. Literally, I'm dying because I'm so close to death. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. So, yeah, so I'll put up the live stream link as soon as I figure out what's going on. But again, I cannot thank you guys enough. You were just the sweetest. This has been so fun this season to have you here with us. Um I don't know. I don't know how you stumbled upon this, but I'm so thankful for it. You want to do a review channel as well. I'm so nervous. It's if you're a chatty person, I'm a yapper. I'm sure you guys can tell. I'm a yapper in life. There are sometimes I just won't shut up. But yeah, me too, girl. Me too. I don't want to say it out loud, but it's the truth. I am very close to 40. I don't like it. Um Yeah, it's if you can find a friend to do it with, it makes it easier. Um, but it can also make it complicated if you've like that's why like I prefer to do like a series and like agree to cover that with somebody. My channel is my channel. It's like just for me. But again, I cut my teeth with a podcast. So I joined Squawking Dead. I will not lie to you guys. I found them through Twitter. They were hosting a really big charity auction, and they had stuff from like um Kari Payton and Cooper Andrews and like a bunch of people from The Walking Dead. They'd gotten like signatures and all sorts of stuff. They were auctioning off tons of stuff. And so they were auctioning stuff off and they were playing Jackbox games. So I like had the live stream up on my TV in the living room and I was like on my phone playing the Jackbox games. And it was really fun. I had a good time. It was a long live stream. I think I was on it for like 2 or 3 hours. And at the end of it, I was laying in bed that night and I was like, how how hard can it be? You know what I mean? Like how hard can it be to be on a podcast? But like I don't want to do a bunch of editing. Editing sucks, by the way. Editing is the worst part. At the beginning, just go live. Just go live because it prevents you from having to edit. Editing is the worst part. It's just really time consuming. And you have to find like a good editing software that you feel comfortable with. Like it doesn't matter if the software itself is like super great. As if you can figure it out and make it work, then go for it. I'm old, so that's why I'm saying that. But so I just use weirdly I use CapCut Desktop Edition, which is weird, but I figured out how to use it. It was easy for me, and I feel comfortable with it, so that's what I use. But anyway, um, go live at the beginning because it's gonna make it easier. Anyways, Walking Dead, they still do this now, but at the time, one of their membership tiers is like if you pay a certain amount per month, you can be a part of the show if you want to. If you like, if you can make it work within your schedule or whatever. So I'm laying in bed and I'm like, how hard could it be to be on a podcast? It can't be that hard. Everybody does it. Like, how hard could it be? And so I I joined the membership thing and they were like, who are you? Because I hadn't interacted with them but for one day for a couple hours. Hadn't really even followed them. And so so at that point, they invited me on to do like an announcement had been made that Kim Dickens was gonna come back for Fear the Walking Dead or something. And so they did like a little special around Valentine's Day. This was in 2022. And I jumped in and I was like, I'm gonna do this. I told my husband I wanted to do it, and I told my husband I was gonna start a YouTube channel, and he was like, okay, but if you're gonna do this, you have to stick with it for at least a year. Cause I'm a projects kind of person. I like a starter and a stopper. I like to start stuff and then I only stick with it for like a couple weeks. And then I usually stop. And so I was like, okay, no, I'm gonna do this for real. And I it's been fun. It's been fun, but that was really how I cut my teeth was doing it with Walking Dead, and it took a lot of the pressure off because I didn't have to do any editing, and so that's why I recommend if you're gonna start, just go live, because then you don't have to worry about editing, because that is really a big burden. Durga says I want to cover Attack on Titan. I think it's literally the best thing ever made. Attack on Titan is so good. It's so good. You should do it. You should do it. I think it'd be cool. You were talking about starting a channel that you wanted to do. I think that's awesome. I think you should. Go for it. At least try it. You know what I mean? Like no skin off your back. Like if you start it and you don't like it or it becomes too time consuming or whatever, you just don't have to do it anymore. Right? Like who says you have to continue? You can set a guideline for yourself. Like if you're like me and you're starting and stopping projects constantly, like I bought a Cricut, I used it like 3 times. Then I would recommend then okay, Durga, if you're the same way, then I would recommend you set a time for yourself and you're like, I'm gonna do this for 6 months or I'm gonna do this for a year or whatever, and just give yourself that time to say, like, I am gonna do this. And then honestly, Takira is probably the reason you found this podcast is because I am not super great about self-promotion. It's probably, like, one of my worst things. Like, I have my own business card that I made for this YouTube channel. I've only handed him out, like, a handful of times. I have such a hard time being like, "You should watch me. I'm, like, kinda funny." I feel awkward about it. I don't know why, because it's literally like, the whole thing. It's like, I'm only gonna be successful if you guys watch me. But I feel really awkward about it. Um That's the thing. So if you're gonna do it, I think give yourself a certain amount of time. I never use my Cricut. Girl, I sold it. I sold actually, my husband sold it. I was like, "Can you please sell this?" He's more successful selling things on Facebook Marketplace than I am. I don't wanna deal with the questions. The people have so many questions, I get so freaking irritated. Um, anyway, I got rid of it because I just, like in my head, I'm like, "Yeah, I'm a crafty person." I'm not. I'm not a crafty person. And India, I know you said you're not chatty, but if you enjoy talking about it, you'll come up with stuff to talk about. You will. You will. I don't know. Both of you have really great opinions and theories, and so I think you do great. I really do. I really, really do. So give it a shot. See if you like it. Commit to like one season of a show and be like, okay, I'm going to do this for one season. And if I don't like it, the end of the one season, I can stop doing it. If I do like it, I can just keep going. Why are we the same person? I never give my cards out, but expect success. Delusional for real. Girl, I got my behind. God only knows how this happened. God only knows how this happened. I was given, who decided to give me this? I have no idea. I was given a professional badge at New York Comic Con 2 years ago. I had 80 subscribers at the time. I don't even have that many more now. I have like 35 more than I had at the time I went. And who gave me that? I don't know. I handed out like 3 cards. I was so embarrassed. I'm embarrassed at a function in which that is literally what like 25% of the people there do. And I was like too embarrassed. I've got to just get over it. I've just got to get over it. Yeah, I know you want to review shows from a psychological perspective. I think that's really cool. And that's not happening. Do you know what I mean? Like that's not like what I'm doing, like everybody is doing what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Everyone's doing what I'm doing. I'm just looking for someone to finally see me and be like, she's funny. And that's all I'm asking for. I know, Frank. I'll be done in a second. And and but what you're trying to do is different. You've got a niche. I think you could do it. I think you could do it. I think people will watch it. I think it'd be more you both will probably be wildly more successful than me. And you know what? Just don't forget me. When that happens, just remember your old pal. All right, ladies. I'm gonna go. But I love you. I love you so much. I thank you so much for being here. Seriously, you're perfect, sweet baby angels, and I love you. And I will post a link as soon as I figure out what the heck we're doing next week. And I look forward to seeing you then. And then who knows? Then maybe we can do like a game night or something in the break, just for fun. So I'll see you guys around. I love you so much. Thank you again for being here and dealing with me and my unprofessionalism. I love you.